ભારત ભૂમિના ભાવોનું એકત્રીકરણ એટલે મારું ભાવનગર. કલા સંસ્કારોનું અનોખું સમીકરણ એટલે મારું ભાવનગર. કવિઓના શબ્દ મેળાઓનો હંમેશ અહીં ફાગણ એટલે મારું ભાવનગર.
કલા રસોત્સવનું જ્યાં ધાવણ એટલે મારું ભાવનગર. કૃષ્ણકુમારસિંહજીના જીવનનું અભિમાન એટલે મારું ભાવનગર. મારા જેવા અનેક દિલોમાં જીવંત ધબકતું એવું મારું ભાવનગર. We Silverbells Public School heartily welcome all the viewers on the celebration of Tercentennial of Bhavnagar. We are glad to have this opportunity to celebrate this Tercentennial celebration of Bhavnagar.
As we turn down the pages in the history of Bhavnagar, the first chapter starts with the formation of this once known princely state, Bhavnagar, named and established by the Maharaja Saheb Gohil on the day of Akshay Tritiya in 1723.
Followed by his successors, His Highness Krishnakumarsingji and Vijayrajsinh. We are glad to have here with us our reigning Maharaja Vijayrajsinh Gohil to mark the Tercentennial celebration of Bhavnagar.
We, Ayushiba and Digvijay from Silverbells Public School heartily welcome all the viewers who have joined us for celebration of Tercentennial of Bhavnagar. We are glad to have this opportunity to celebrate this auspicious day.
As we turn down the pages in the history of Bhavnagar, the first chapter starts with the formation of this once known princely state, Bhavnagar, named and established by the Maharaja Saheb Gohil on the day of Akshay Tritiya in 1723.
Followed by his successors, His Highness Krishnakumarsingji and Vijayrajsinh. We are glad to have here with us our reigning Maharaja Saheb Vijayrajsinh Gohil to mark the Tercentennial celebration of Bhavnagar.
So, to begin with, Maharaj, how does it feel to be witnessing the 300 years of establishment of Bhavnagar?
Well, it's a milestone where 300 years is not a very short period, but still what I feel that Bhavnagar compared to the other states, probably Rajkot or Jamnagar, or maybe even now Junagadh, we are still very young. They were established much before us, maybe 50 years or 100 years. So I would say Bhavnagar is still in its prime youth. But it feels great to be a part of the 300th year celebration and to witness 300 years of Bhavnagar being completed.
Feeling great about it, right?
So, what are the transitions that you have seen in Bhavnagar during the past decades?
Well, as a childhood, since my childhood, that time Bhavnagar was totally different. We had much less traffic, lovely roads, big compounds. But then as the world moves on, there has to be development, whether it's for the good or for the bad. Only thing I feel that there are certain developments which have gone haphazard. Like Bhavnagar state, probably you must be knowing that it was the only state which did not have open gutters. It had closed gutters, underground wiring in those days, like 70, 80 years or probably 100 years before, which has taken a turn not for the better but for the worst. This, what Bhavnagar used to be nice and clean and green is no more the same. But on the other hand, if you see a good development, there are industries like probably Alang or Nirma which have come up, which is for the economic growth of the Bhavnagar, which I feel, and there should be other industries like this coming but planned in a proper manner, which would put Bhavnagar on the world map.
That was really informative, sir. Thank you.
So, continuing with, is there any specific event you would like to describe that happened to catch your eye about Bhavnagar?
I think the best thing what has happened where the economic growth has been for Bhavnagar is the happening of Alang. It is something which we could not even dream of probably 30-40 years back. And because of Alang, I think it's one of the biggest shipping yards in the world. To have such a thing, and because of that to have multicultural people coming into Bhavnagar. Earlier it was only Kathiawad means Kathiawad, Gohilwad means only Gohilwad. But because of this, people from other parts of India, UP, Rajasthan, Punjab, they all have migrated into Bhavnagar and given their culture also to Bhavnagar, which is a great thing to happen.
That's really interesting to know.
So, how would you describe your childhood and education?
My childhood, I stayed in this palace till we converted this hotel in 1984. But I have studied all through my life in Bombay. So till a certain age, like we were permanently fixed over here. Then we used to come during, obviously being in school, you have to be over there, and then come here only during vacations. But we had some really golden memories over here. My father was very fond of local dairo. So whenever we were here, the most famous of them, Rambai Kag, Dulabai Kag, Baldevbhai Narela, they all have come and performed over here. So those were really good memories. And then of course staying over here, it was such a huge campus extending right up till Industrial Jewels now. So to play in that, where you had mango trees and chiku trees and all sorts of trees over here. So that was a very lovely thing. Now of course, still I'm very lucky to be staying in a place like this with a campus of about 10 to 12 acres, like people stay in a 2-bedroom flat. So I consider myself lucky, but the childhood was much, much more interesting.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Following up, do you have any aspirations for the development of Bhavnagar, like any plan, infrastructure, institution you wish to see in this town?
I would love to see some kind of an industry. Of course, the government has to take the initiative, which is eco-friendly, which is, it promotes some kind of wildlife.
Yes.
As you know, probably we are the only city having a huge big Victoria Park in the middle of the city. I think the only other city with lakes and a small forest would be probably Bhopal, but I'm not sure about it. So, some kind of development where some small animals or some small kind of wildlife is introduced to the people of Bhavnagar, and even some kind of industry where it is, like what today they say, go green. So that kind of development I would love to see in Bhavnagar, which is, friendly to the environment and yet interesting to the youth of the city.
How do you see Bhavnagar, say, 20 years from now on?
Well, I see it, if everyone's dreams come true, then I see it probably the best city in India.
Wow. That is really nice to know. Like, we all would like that, won't we?
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you so much for this lovely chat
having all of
that
you.
we all had, and it should be memory down the lane for
Yes,
you
ma'am.
too, especially. Yes.
So I would like to say something about Gohil dynasty.
Right.
મોટી મેળિયું જે દી જાકારા દે ને તે દિવસે ગોહિલની ડેલી ખખડાવજે બાપ અમારા ઘરે કાળી રાતે પણ આવકાર જ હોય.
Very good.
Okay, so thank you so much for giving your precious time to us.
So wishing all Bhavnagaris and Bhavnagar on this special day, and wish everyone a good health and wealth following also, which everybody needs it. So thank you.
Thank you.